So I read that you were actually shocked when you won the CFDA award. You were up against some heavy-duty people.
Very shocked. Going into that experience, I was, so intimidated. But it was the greatest, one of the greatest experiences. I cherish it.
I'm so loving this store. So how do you think that this store reflects your sensibility in fashion?
When we built the store out, we basically took the same approach that my wife and I took when we redid our house. We live in an old home that was built in 1890, and when we redid it 10 years ago, we had this carpenter friend who's so talented. We basically gutted parts of the house, saved everything, and then took all those parts and put it all back together.
I love that.
When we did this space, he actually came up with us, and we trucked all the timber, gathered materials all in Alabama, and brought them here in the space and designed it.
You are a hands-on kind of guy. You actually physically, I could see you doing it yourself, knocking.
We did physically do it, and I just wanted to do it that way. It felt like really sinking ourselves into it was
it's your home.
A part of it,
This is your home, basically.
It is, and that's exactly how I want people to feel. When they come in the store, we want them to feel like they're walking into our home.
Billy, I walked in and I'm like, oh my God, that must be his mother.
It is my mother.
How chic was she?
She was great, and you got to see this.
She's too chic.
This is hidden back here, but this is my grandmother.
She's
and
gorgeous.
We're in the same necklace, in the same earrings, and we just found, my cousin actually had these.
Well, I get the sense that your look is country, farm boy in a way, but yet it's sophisticated. Did I get that right? Am I wrong?
Go with that.
Can we go with that? Thank you.
We'll go with that.
What's the biggest mistake that men do?
I think less is more. Having better things is better than having a lot of things. So especially, I think in tailored clothing especially, because if you get something that really is made well, fits well, it's going to last you longer. You're going to look better in it. And I think making that investment is worth it. That's the way my closet is. I don't have really a lot of stuff in there. It's really just stuff that I kind of go-tos, I like to take things that have a sense of sort of timelessness to it. Like this is a cordovan that is typically used in home furnishings, but I know like all the old motorcycle jackets are made out of cordovan. So it's something you see, it's a beautiful skin, but really the beauty of the skin is what it's going to be like in 6 months. We use the word heirloom quite a bit. It's something that you could really pass down, it's going to be here for a long time.
I would never think you would have a kiss belt in here. I love it though. Soup to nuts here. You can get ties, shoes, jackets. Who's this guy? Would that be a relative of yours?
No, well, the baby in the picture is actually my son when he was 7 months old, I think. The gentleman that's with him he was the uncle of the carpenter that came here and helped us build out space. He had this look. This guy had this look, and I'm like, I walked inside and I told my wife, I said, I think this guy would be great for do a photo shoot with him. She's like, you are insane. He didn't have a phone.
Oh my God.
So I had to call his nephew and say, can you go down to his house and tell him that? So he came by and said, I want to take some pictures of you, which is not something usually two men talk about together in many.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'll do it.
I can feel that you really love what you do.
I do. I don't know what else I would do at this point, I guess so many years at it, but I do love it.
You should put on the label, made with love. Made with love, right?
I like that.
Wait, there was one jacket back here I have to show you. This one.
We do a lot of made to measure, where someone come in and it's like, well, hey, what are you looking for? You want he's like, I want a tuxedo for my wedding. So it's like, we'll design it for them, and hand make the piece. So when we do that, we call it heirloom. You want them to be able to pass that down.
And they will, and they will.
Yes.
And my favorite, look what this says, handmade in the United States. It's forever changing, so you never get bored. There's always something new. And the bad thing is that you always have to constantly be coming up with something new and innovative.
I always describe it as if you were a band and you had to come up with an album every 5 months, that would be your...
They couldn't do it. They would not be doing it.
It's such a tough business, but it's just, well, what else would we do?